The taste of lemonade, the sound of lawnmowers, the green of the grass and the flowers all in bloom, and of course, the smell of grills being lit. Is there anything that's more indicative of summertime? Well, when you think of the smell of the grill, do you ever stop to think about what people are using as a fuel and how they're igniting it? I know we all have our preferred methods when it comes to outdoor cooking, but I'm sure that all of you, like myself, are always looking for something better. I personally have used all kinds of methods of grilling, from propane to wood fire to charcoal, and you know, I just found that nothing really beats lump charcoal. Fuel is accessible, it's convenient, and it's fast lighting. And we are going to take a look at it side by side with some other common fuels and see how they stack up against one another. Well, first, you may be thinking to yourself, what is lump charcoal? Is that the little pillowy looking bricks that fathers across America have used for ages? Well, no. Lump charcoal is actually carbonized wood. You have the briquettes. They're kind of like the little bricks, all uniform. And then lump charcoal, which, as you can see, you can still see the wood grain in there. Briquettes may be a good choice for newbies to the grill. According to an article on NPR.org, when you're first learning to grill, temperature control is important, so the uniform size of the briquettes create a uniform heat. But it takes very little effort to learn the techniques. You can use methods like the minion method or the snake method when using lump charcoal, which gives you a more uniform temperature and makes it last a lot longer. And aside from the fact that lump charcoal actually burns hotter than briquette, so you have a good method to really sear the food that you're trying to cook. Briquettes are actually also they're compressed. Basically, if you take lump charcoal, you grind it all up, you press it with some binders, other materials, and then sometimes even put lighter fluid in there for the self-igniting types. So really, there's a lot more going into the briquette than most people want. So a lot of people, they go for the more natural approach, which is lump. You know, now we've looked at charcoal versus charcoal, briquette versus lump, but what about the most widely used grill fuel in America? Propane. In an article in the Orlando Sentinel, it was stated that in 1995, the sales for propane grills actually, for the first time in history, outweighed that for charcoal. And the reason may be convenience. A lot of advocates for propane speak of the convenience, how easy it is just to go outside, turn a knob, push a button, and voila, you got fire. I would say that's great if that's all you want from your grilling experience, you know. But for people that like the art, the technique, and the allure of backyard cooking, it just doesn't stack up. And actually, according to Joshua Wassell with Serious Eats, this comparison may not be true. It might be true for briquettes. They take a lot longer to actually ignite, anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. But lump charcoal, without all the binders and everything, can actually ignite a lot faster and on par with how fast a propane grill heats up. Some may argue that the propane offers that neutrality of flavor. It doesn't, you taste the meat, not just the heat. But in that case, I'd say that you could just go cook in the kitchen just as easily. Lump charcoal is able to burn hotter it gives you a better sear and imparts that smokiness to the meat. And isn't that the point of grilling in the first place? The allure of the open fire, the smokiness, the flavor? I'd say so. Well, you may be wondering, if we're talking about all this smokiness, why not just use wood? Wood has a long history as a fuel source for mankind. It's still used today for low and slow smoking for barbecue pits. Wood can provide some flavor, and choosing the right wood can impart different flavors depending on what you pick. You know, you have your hickory, your apple, but really you have to smoke your meat for a long time to notice any of the differences. So the choice of wood doesn't really matter. Ergo, we can just use the lump charcoal, and some people still do add a little bit of wood to their lump just to get that little smokiness going on. Another big disadvantage of wood is the sheer weight of it. It weighs a lot, and that's why in early history, man found out how to utilize charcoal. It was a lot easier to transport, it was lightweight, you could use it to start fires a lot quicker than wood. So wood is usually good for your low and slow barbecue methods, but if you're doing a grill session in the backyard, burgers, steaks, so on, then you really want to go with lump charcoal. Now, according to Meathead Goldwyn in an article from Smoked Barbecue Source, the demand for lump charcoal is actually kind of an extension of the organic movement. People are more aware of the ingredients in their food, and they're also becoming more aware of the ingredients in the charcoal and other things that they're cooking with. Lump charcoal is a no-frills fuel, and it contains no additives. It can be a sustainable source if it's sourced from places like scrap yards and mills. Some people have even taken to making their own in their backyard. You know, there's many choices when it comes to cooking outdoors. So this summer, when you find yourself in the grill section of your favorite hardware store, just give these words some consideration. You may already have a charcoal grill, and you can just make the switch to lump charcoal. Or, if you don't, it's actually cheaper than buying a propane grill. And in my opinion, it's a much better investment. My name is Wayne Haylock. Thank you for watching.